Whew. What's going on, folks? My name is Spice. This is Spice Camp Fish. Today we've got a park here, but behind the park there's actually a little pond, and we're gonna see if we can actually catch a couple of fish out of here. I've actually fished here a couple of times before. I caught a couple of small fish out of here, but nothing super big, so hopefully we'll be able to change that today. I think I'm probably only gonna bring a couple of rods down there with me, probably just like a Texas rig, a wacky rig, maybe like a worm or something like that. I did take a little walk down to the bank just to see if there was actually any fish in here. Saw a ton of bluegill beds, saw a couple of carp as well, so hopefully there's some largemouth in here as well. Actually, I know there's largemouth in here, but hopefully we'll be able to find one that wants to bite today. And yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Again, I haven't really fished down here all too much. I've only caught a couple of fish out of here and there, so we're gonna see if we can change that today. But yeah, I'm not gonna waste any more time. Just gonna get you guys strapped on my chest, and we'll head on down to the pond, see if we can cross paths with a couple of largemouth today. Too far, big boy. Just a little. Yeah, such a. Oh, there's a bite. He's got it. Got him. There we go. Finally. Oh, not a bad one either. Okay. Oh, that's actually a good fish. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Come up here, bud. First one on the old ring fry. Love that. Chunky little 1.5 pound guy. I'll take that on the wacky rig. I think this is actually a little female. Seems like she's got quite a small mouth on her. And usually females are going to have that little tiny mouth and then kind of a little bit more of a gut to them, whereas males will have a big mouth and a little gut. Alright, mama. Have a good one. You're good. Find yourself out of the leaves. Go on. There she goes. She had a leaf stuck on her face. I don't think she could see that well. Hell yeah. Alrighty, first one of the day fell victim to the old wacky rig. Love to see that. Again, one of my go-tos for this time of the year, summertime post-spawn fishing. These fish seem to like a wacky rig, especially up here in these little tiny ponds. The bait we're using right now is this little thing. It's a ring fry. I don't remember exactly what they call this, but it's one of those Lake Fork trophy lures ring fries. I'll leave a link down below for you guys as per usual. But for right now, I'm gonna toss back up over her. See if there's another one hanging out in this little shady pocket. The issue is that if they're up in the shade, I'm really gonna have a hard time fishing for them. Most of the shady spots that I can see are over on that side of the pond. Doesn't really seem like there's a lot of bank access over there, so we're gonna have to try and figure something out. But yeah, I think we'll still be able to make it work. Again, that guy was just kind of like out here. I was a little bit further to the left, but he was just kind of out here in this little shade pocket here. So yeah, I guess we'll keep fishing around this little shade pocket. But I think these fish are going to be pretty shallow, regardless of if they're up underneath the shade or not. They might be a little bit deeper than I think they are, but if you guys can see out here in front of me, there's a bunch of little bluegill beds here, and there aren't a ton of bluegill on them, but there do seem to still be a few bluegill here and there kind of spawning up in the shallows. And I'm sure there's a bunch of little bass just kind of sitting around the outside of them, just kind of waiting for a bluegill to make a mistake and slip up so they can come in and slurp them down. But yeah, so far so good. I see a bunch of like brush out over here to my right that I definitely think there's going to be a couple of fish on. So we're going to kind of slowly make our way down the bank towards that stuff and see how far we can get around this whole pond. Again, I don't know what the whole bank access story is over here. I assume there's probably at least a couple of spots on the other side of the pond that we can hit, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, we'll figure that out when we get to it. For right now, I'm just going to kind of shut up and focus on fishing, enjoy the nice weather. For the first time I'm outside and I'm not sweating my absolute cock and balls off. Florida was a hot one. It was a great time, don't get me wrong. If you guys haven't seen that Florida video, I actually caught my personal best while I was down in Florida visiting my grandparents, so I'll leave that video linked down below for you guys if you want to go check that out. Now, of course, we're not going to get the same size caliber fish as we would down in Florida, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Again, I feel like I would prefer to be up here and catching some little 1.5 pound, 2 pounders out of a pond. Oh, there's another one, ate it right in front of me. Oh my god, that was awesome. I watched him come up and smoked that. All right, fish numero dos. Just talking about how I was catching a bunch of little 1 to 2 pounders down here, and Little 1 to 2 pounder came up and schmearked it. Second little dude on the wacky rig. This one's a little bit better, which I definitely like. That guy came out of absolutely nowhere. I went to go turn around and like look down the bank for a half a second and felt like I got hung up. Then I just went and turned back around and didn't see my worm anymore. But yeah, fish number 2. That's a really pretty fish. Big old head on her, little bitty body. Nice fish though, I'll take that for sure. All right, mama, have a good one. I'll push you out a little bit further so you don't get your head stuck in the grass or the scum like the last one did. Appreciate the bite. Have a lovely day. Alrighty, fish number 2 on the old ring fry. I'm really liking this bait. I haven't thrown them all too much. I caught like a couple of fish here and there on them. I picked up a ton of them back in the day when I was watching the old Ben Milliken videos, and all he would use on a flick shaker or wacky rig was the ring fry. So I bought a couple of packs of them and just been kind of sitting on them for a little bit. But I figured this kind of like a bold bluegill presentation is actually pretty solid for this time of the year. Like I said, these bluegill are spawning up on the bank and the bass are obviously eating them. But yeah, I will definitely take it. Again, haven't thrown these ring fries all that much. One thing that I did notice about them is they sink incredibly slow. If you're just using them on like a weightless wacky rig, they will almost suspend perfectly in the water. And honestly, I kind of like that for fishing these little shallow ponds. Seems like it gives these fish a little bit more time to decide if they're going to commit to the bait or not. And yeah, seems like they like it so far, so I'm going to keep throwing it. They keep biting it, I'm going to keep throwing it. That's how we do. Another fish. Maybe. Oh! I think that was another one. I think he took my worm. He did. He took my damn worm. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Alrighty, let me grab another one of these ring fries real quick. I guess I can show you guys exactly what color it is. Now that we got to grab another one. This is the Carolina pumpkin chartreuse color. So yeah, just kind of like that pumpkin on one side, that brownish with some black flake, and then that bright chartreuse on the bottom. Make sure that goes straight through the meat of it so we can kind of make this one last a little bit longer. See if we can get another one. Seems like there's a bunch of fish out here in the middle for whatever reason. I don't know if there's like a grass line out there or just a bunch of brush or what the deal is, but this little area seems like it's got a few fish in it. But yeah, I'll keep fishing around this little spot, and then I guess we'll work our way down the bank a little bit more. That was cool though. Really cool to see that fish come up and eat it. Well, I guess I didn't really see it eat it. I just kind of turned around and then looked back, and there was a fish swimming off with my bait. Well, this is kind of interesting. Little creek right here. Oh, calm yourself down, Goose. I see you in there. I don't want nothing to do with you. This is really odd. I don't think I've ever seen this before. To be fair, I don't think I've ever come down and fished this far down the bank on this pond, but I've never seen this little outflow area before. It's ridiculous. This family walked up right behind me, and well, first of all, they were getting way too close to me. That little girl was stood on this rock right next to me at one point or another, but they're over here harassing this goose that's trying to protect its eggs. I can hear it hissing at them on the other side of this bush right here. And I just don't understand. Like, they've been fucking with it for 10 minutes now, probably. They just will not leave it alone. Oh great, now they're breaking branches and shit. I can't even imagine what they're gonna do with those. I just don't understand. Yesterday we were out at some pond. Me and my dad were out for a little bit, and we ended up leaving because A, there were way too many people there, but B, like, there were just people left and right abusing animals. People were throwing rocks at the turtles in the water. There was someone who was catching bluegill, and he was keeping them quote unquote alive in a cup full of water. It was like a McDonald's cup. To be fair, it was a large drink, but like, he had 3 bluegill in a McDonald's cup, like barely breathing on the side of the water. I almost feel bad mouthing that goose when I walked by him, because now he's like actually getting harassed, and I feel like I may or may not have had something to do with that, although I know I didn't, obviously. As a fisherman, obviously, I'm not the biggest fan of geese. They are pretty annoying when you're out there trying to fish and they come up and hiss at you and whatnot, but I would never walk right up onto it and scare it off of its eggs that it's very obviously protecting. Like, that's just not right. It's incredible how inconsiderate some people are of wildlife, of nature, of other people. I don't understand. It just boggles my mind. I wish I spoke Spanish so I could tell these people to leave the goose alone, but unfortunately I don't, and I'm not going to go download the Google Translate app to go translate, tell them to fuck right off, although I probably should. Alright. I think I'm going to try and find a way to get around the other side of the pond. Might be able to walk out this gate over here and kind of walk my way around, so maybe we'll try and do that. Sorry for that, Mama. Hope you're okay. I'm gonna see if I can find a way around the pond over here, though. I walked up on that bridge, and I think that just takes me like over the highway on the other side of the pond, so I don't think that's gonna be a great way to get over there. Oh, I see why Mr. Swan was so protective over here. Mr. Swan might actually be Mrs. Swan. Got ourselves a little Carlita over here, watching after her little gray babies. Well, I'll stay away from you as well. I don't want to cause any issues, so we're going to be respectful as opposed to the other people who are down here being absolute fucking menaces. Okay then. That didn't seem like it worked out too well. But I do have one more idea. I have to imagine that I can at least somewhat walk around in the water up over here in the shallow, so we're going to see if we can maybe just kind of wade our way over there. Oh, got him. That's a nice fish. Oh, he's not terrible. He's not too big, though. Oh, jumper guy. Cable. Where are you going, Cable? There's another one with him, too. There's another one with him. Okay. Okay. All right. Number 3. Third one of the day. Again, on the old wacky rig. That's probably the smallest one. Buddy here seems like he's missing his lateral line for whatever reason, but cool. That guy ate it top water. That was dope. I watched him come up and boil on it right up along the surface. Love to see that in the middle of the day. All right, Brody. I'll catch you later. Peace. All right, I think that's all she wrote. Fished my way around the pond twice now. Gotten 4 bites, caught 3 fish. I'll consider that a success for a little tiny pond like this. Again, I haven't really had very good luck out of here in the past, so to even get 1 bite, I felt pretty good with that. But I think I'm going to head on out of here, call this video right here, and then I'm going to go head somewhere else and see if I can film another video for you guys today. But yeah, overall, pretty impressed with this little Lake Fork Trophy Lures. The ring fry, I really like that bait. Again, I haven't really thrown it all too much before today, but I think I'll be picking up some more in the future, and you'll definitely see them on the channel a good bit more. But yeah, I'm gonna get walking back to the car, and we'll finish this video out while we're walking. Alrighty folks, that's gonna do it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Got out to this little pond that I've fished a couple of times, like I said, but I've never really had very good luck out here. I'm definitely coming back out here at some point. I want to see if I can figure out how to get onto the other side of the pond. I was doing a little bit more research, and it doesn't seem like there's a trail, doesn't seem like there's a parking lot. Really the only way to get there, it seems like, is to cross the little 6-lane highway out there. So we're gonna have to try and figure that one out another day. But yeah, that little ring fry is going to be down in the description for you guys if you want to go check them out for yourselves and get some. I know I'll certainly be picking some more up in the future. And I'm sure it's great on a bunch of other applications as well. I know people throw it on a flick shake a lot, and I can see it being pretty productive on a shaky head as well. But again, I'm probably going to head on out of here. Seems like a great bait though, again, for fishing these super shallow little ponds. I really like that extra slow fall that this thing has. But yeah, overall, pretty solid day out here at this little pond. Like I said, I'm going to probably go head somewhere else and see if I can film a second video for you guys today. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see some more. Check and recommend. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.